What is happening in the world of electric mobility? The pace of innovation is relentless, and if you blink, you might just miss the next game-changing development. Here at ElectroDrive News, we're your front row seat to the EV revolution, bringing you the most electrifying updates as they break. Get ready, because today we're diving headfirst into a whirlwind of progress, from government investments to groundbreaking vehicle tests and crucial consumer insights. We've got the stories that matter, the tech that excites, and the future that's arriving faster than you can imagine. Don't get left behind, stay plugged in with us. We've got a packed show today, so buckle up and let's get started. You won't want to miss a single second. First up, we're heading to Massachusetts, where a significant investment is being made to supercharge the EV charging infrastructure. We'll break down the multi-million-dollar plan aimed at expanding access and supporting the electrification of heavy-duty vehicles. Is this the boost the region needs to accelerate its decarbonization goals, even as the national EV market sees mixed signals? We've got the details on who's paying and what it means for drivers. Then, hold on to your hats as we put the Chevrolet Silverado EV Trail Boss to the ultimate test. Can this rugged electric truck truly defy expectations and deliver incredible real-world range, even with those aggressive all-terrain tires? We're talking about a massive battery, a lifted suspension, and a highway test that pushes the limits. What did the numbers reveal about its endurance and that much-talked-about hidden reserve? And that's not all. We're also looking at critical tax credit updates from the IRS that could impact your EV purchase, and getting an exclusive first look at the powerhouse 2026 Porsche Cayenne Electric, packing up to 1,000 horsepower and a ton of new tech. Make sure you're subscribed and the notification bell is on so you never miss an update. Massachusetts gears up for EV expansion. As the electric vehicle market navigates a complex landscape of fluctuating sales and policy shifts, Massachusetts is making a bold move to bolster its EV infrastructure. The Healey administration is set to inject $46 million over the next 2 years, a significant investment aimed at strengthening the charging station network across key corridors in western and central Massachusetts. This initiative also targets the electrification of heavy-polluting trucks and large vehicles, signaling a broad commitment to decarbonizing the transportation sector. The context for this investment is crucial. While national EV sales reports present a mixed picture, with some outlets highlighting record-breaking global sales and others pointing to a slowdown in the U.S. market following the end of certain mandates, Massachusetts itself has acknowledged a leveling off of EV sales growth for much of the past year. Officials noted that this trend was jeopardizing the state's 2025 decarbonization targets. However, a surge in new registrations in November and December, adding nearly 11,000 vehicles, has provided a much-needed dose of optimism for the coming year. This substantial funding will be directed towards expanding the reach and reliability of EV charging stations, particularly along major routes, and also towards electrifying the commercial vehicle sector, which often contributes significantly to emissions. This dual approach aims to make EV ownership more accessible and practical for a wider range of consumers and businesses, while also addressing the needs of heavier, more energy-intensive vehicles. The plan ensures that taxpayer money, even from those still driving gasoline-powered cars, will contribute to building the charging infrastructure necessary for a cleaner future. Despite these ambitious plans, consumer sentiment in the U.S. remains a key factor. Recent surveys, such as one by AAA, indicate a growing skepticism, with only 16% of Americans expressing likelihood to purchase an EV, a notable drop from 29% in 2022. The primary concerns cited by potential buyers continue to be the initial purchase price and the ongoing cost of maintenance. These figures highlight the ongoing challenge of consumer adoption, even as governments and manufacturers push forward with electrification. But will this investment be enough to overcome consumer hesitance and meet ambitious state goals? Next, we put a highly anticipated electric truck to the ultimate real-world range test. Chevrolet Silverado EV Trail Boss, ruggedness meets rain. In the ever-evolving world of electric trucks, a persistent question has lingered. Can buyers have both rugged, off-road capability and exceptional driving range? Traditionally, features like aggressive all-terrain tires and lifted suspensions, essential for tackling tough trails, have come at the expense of efficiency and, consequently, range. Chevrolet, however, appears poised to challenge this notion with its 2026 Silverado EV Trail Boss, a model that promises to blend formidable off-road prowess with impressive endurance. On paper, the Silverado EV Trail Boss boasts specifications that aim to impress. General Motors has equipped both the road-focused Silverado EV LT and the Trail Boss variant with a substantial 205 kWh max range battery, earning them an official EPA-estimated range of 769 kilometers, approximately 478 miles. The Trail Boss, distinguished by its 2-inch higher suspension and rugged 35-inch Goodyear all-terrain tires, presents a unique proposition. These are the very features that typically act as significant range detractors in the EV landscape, leading many to question whether the official figures would hold true under demanding real-world conditions, particularly during sustained highway driving where efficiency is most challenged. To put these claims to the test, the team at Out of Spec Testing embarked on an ambitious journey with a new Silverado EV Trail Boss. The mission was straightforward: fully charge the massive battery and maintain a constant speed of 113 km/h, 70 mph, until the vehicle could no longer sustain the pace. This scenario replicates a common highway driving condition, a known challenge for EVs due to the continuous energy draw and limited opportunities for regenerative braking compared to city driving. With the climate control set to a comfortable level, the truck's initial range estimate after a full charge was 745 kilometers, 463 miles, setting the stage for a 7-hour test. The results of this rigorous test were, by many accounts, surprisingly strong. After consuming half of the battery's capacity, the Silverado EV had covered an impressive 340 kilometers, 211 miles. During this segment, it achieved an efficiency of 2.1 miles per kilowatt-hour. Considering the truck's substantial size and less than aerodynamic profile, often likened to a small shed, this efficiency figure is remarkably high. The true test, however, came as the journey progressed and the battery depleted. Even after the dashboard indicated the battery was empty, 0%, the Silverado EV Trail Boss demonstrated a remarkable hidden reserve. It continued to maintain the 113 km/h cruising speed for an additional approximate 80 kilometers, 50 miles. This substantial buffer, which provides a significant safety margin beyond the indicated empty state, is a critical feature for alleviating range anxiety among potential EV buyers. The truck also provides ample warning, with an initial alert at 7% battery and a subsequent turtle mode, activating when the range drops below 5 miles, though even in this mode, it maintained speed, albeit disabling cruise control. Ultimately, the 2026 Chevrolet Silverado EV Trail Boss's real-world performance suggests that with a combination of a large-capacity battery and efficient engineering, even a lifted, off-road-focused electric truck can serve as a capable long-haul vehicle. Its impressive range, coupled with the substantial safety buffer, offers a psychological advantage that could be instrumental in persuading traditional truck owners to consider the transition to electric mobility. This real-world range test proves that electric trucks can indeed be workhorses for long distances. But what happens when the driving is done and it's time to think about buying? We've got crucial updates on EV tax credits that you need to know. IRS extends deadline relief for EV tax credit. For American consumers eager to take advantage of the federal electric vehicle tax credit, the Internal Revenue Service, IRS, has announced a significant clarification that offers much-needed relief. While the previous understanding suggested that the $7,500 credit would effectively expire after September 30th, the IRS has now confirmed that buyers can secure their eligibility by signing a binding purchase contract before this deadline, even if the vehicle's delivery occurs at a later date. This update is particularly welcome news for those facing manufacturing delays or long-distance transport. The IRS's guidance clarifies that a buyer's eligibility for the credit is now tied to the execution of a binding contract and the completion of a payment, which can be a nominal down payment or a vehicle trade-in, before the September 30th cutoff. Historically, the IRS had based credit eligibility on the vehicle's delivery date. This new interpretation aligns with previous IRS practices implemented after the Inflation Reduction Act, IRA, and reflects discussions in Congress that supported using the binding contract date as the effective date of purchase. This provides a crucial window for consumers who have placed orders or are in the process of finalizing purchases for vehicles that may not be delivered until after the initial deadline. This policy adjustment is especially beneficial for buyers who are ordering vehicles from out of state or who have placed orders for models that have not yet been manufactured. It allows them to lock in the tax credit's availability without the pressure of an immediate delivery. The federal tax credit of up to $7,500 is subject to several conditions, including vehicle price caps, North American manufacturing requirements, and specific percentages of U.S. or Allied-sourced battery materials. Furthermore, buyers must meet adjusted gross income limitations, with a cap of $150,000 for individuals and $300,000 for married couples filing jointly. A wide range of vehicles, including models from Tesla, Chevrolet, Hyundai, Kia, the Ford F-150 Lightning, and the Chrysler Pacifica PHEV, are eligible, though buyers are advised to confirm specific model eligibility with their dealers. Beyond new vehicles, the IRS also provides a credit of up to $4,000 for used EVs that are at least 2 years old and priced under $25,000. Notably, consumers who lease EVs can benefit from the $7,500 credit applied to their lease payments without the same restrictions, a pathway that many automakers have found particularly advantageous. The overall EV market in the U.S. saw substantial growth between 2020 and 2023, increasing its market share to approximately 10%. However, sales have recently plateaued. Analysts anticipate a short-term surge in sales as the September 30th deadline approaches, followed by a potential slowdown once the incentive is no longer available. Data from Cox Automotive indicates a year-over-year increase of nearly 20% in new EV sales in July, with used EV sales experiencing an even more significant jump of 40%. This suggests a strong consumer response to the tax credit incentive. The urgency to secure these savings is expected to remain high throughout September, driving robust sales figures. Looking ahead, while the long-term growth trajectory for EVs might be slower than initially projected, manufacturers continue to invest in developing more affordable EV models to broaden market appeal. Many consumers may still be unaware of the nuances of this deadline or the potential for securing the credit through a binding contract. With extensive media coverage often focused on broader economic issues like tariffs, the specifics of EV tax credit eligibility could be easily missed, potentially causing some buyers to forfeit this valuable incentive. This deadline relief is a game changer for many potential EV buyers. But what about those looking for peak performance and cutting-edge technology in their next vehicle? Get ready for an exclusive first look at Porsche's electrifying new SUV. Porsche Cayenne Electric, a glimpse into the future of performance SUVs. Porsche is on the cusp of unveiling its highly anticipated all-electric Cayenne. And while a public debut is still forthcoming, early drives of camouflaged prototypes reveal a vehicle packed with groundbreaking technology and staggering performance figures. This new electric SUV is set to redefine expectations, with the top-tier turbo model rumored to deliver a staggering 1,000 horsepower, while the entry-level variant will offer around half that power, and the mid-range S model will slot in above 600 horsepower. This launch marks a significant step for Porsche in electrifying its iconic lineup. One of the most intriguing aspects of the Cayenne EV is its optional sound system, designed to mimic the visceral rumble of a V8 engine. Unlike the Taycan's more futuristic whir, this new system aims for authenticity, and early impressions suggest it's remarkably convincing, at times sounding virtually indistinguishable from a gasoline-powered Cayenne GTS. Engaging the Sport Plus mode further enhances this experience by layering an electric whine over the V8 roar, creating a sound profile reminiscent of a supercharged engine. Porsche's commitment to rapid charging is evident in its 800-volt electrical architecture, a feature that enables impressive charging speeds across its EV range. The Cayenne EV takes this a step further, incorporating double-sided cooling for its battery pack. This advanced thermal management not only boosts the peak charging rate from the Taycan's 320 kilowatts to a formidable 400 kilowatts for the Cayenne, but also extends the duration of high-speed charging. The battery utilizes pouch-type nickel-manganese cobalt NMC cells from LG, featuring a slightly different chemistry and form factor compared to those in the Macan or Taycan EVs. Porsche confidently promises a 10 to 80% charge in a mere 16 minutes for the Cayenne's 108 kWh battery pack. Notably, this model will also be the first Porsche EV to feature a NACS charge port. Complementing this, the Cayenne can leverage 400-volt DC fast chargers by splitting its 800-volt pack into two 400-volt subpacks, ensuring broad compatibility. At launch, the Cayenne EV will be available in 3 distinct trims: Base, S, and Turbo. These models will feature a combination of 2 front motors, shared with the Macan, and 3 unique rear motors. The S and Turbo models' rear motors boast a new internal oil cooling system between the rotor and stator. Porsche explains that this enhanced heat rejection capability allows these motors to operate at higher performance levels for longer durations without overheating or power reduction, particularly crucial during aggressive acceleration or towing scenarios. While official EPA range figures are still pending, Porsche estimates the longest-range version will achieve around 320 miles, based on a WLTP cycle test of 373 miles. To further optimize aerodynamics and range, turbo models will feature active side blades that deploy above 37 mph from the rear haunches, reportedly reducing the drag coefficient by 0.06, translating to an estimated 6 to 7 miles of additional range. Inside, the Cayenne EV cabin is dominated by a striking center touchscreen that curves dramatically to follow the dashboard's contour, offering a more integrated aesthetic than the sprouting screen look common in many contemporary vehicles. Porsche is also introducing a suite of optional advanced technologies, including power-operated doors, heated armrests, a power-adjustable second-row seat, a glass roof with adjustable tinting, an augmented reality head-up display, and a hands-free driving system for use on limited-access highways. The Cayenne EV inherits the sophisticated active ride system from the Taycan and Panamera, promising exceptional body control and superior ride comfort over uneven surfaces. This system pairs a single-chamber air spring with active dampers that can dynamically adjust wheel movement. Unlike other models, the Cayenne EV's higher ride height negates the need for an entry mode to lower the vehicle when a door is opened. For those who prefer a more engaging feel, comfort mode settings allow for increased body pitch and roll. Models without active ride will utilize traditional 2-valve dampers and 2-chamber air springs. Weighing in at just under 6,000 pounds, the electric Cayenne will be approximately 1,000 pounds heavier than its gasoline counterpart, but Porsche anticipates it will be significantly quicker. The turbo model is projected to hit 60 mph in under 3 seconds and 120 mph in under 10, potentially outperforming the current turbo GT. Crucially, the Cayenne EV reportedly drives like a true Porsche, characterized by sharp steering, composed dynamics, and excellent brake pedal feel, addressing initial concerns some had with the Macan Electric's driving dynamics compared to its gasoline sibling. Interestingly, Porsche will continue to offer both gasoline and electric versions of the Cayenne, with both models being assembled on the same production line at the VW Group's plant in Bratislava, Slovakia, which also produces the Audi Q7 and Q8. The Cayenne Electric is built on a modified version of the VW Group's PPE platform, shared with the Macan Electric and Audi Q6 SQ6 e-tron, featuring a slightly longer wheelbase and overall length than the gasoline version. It offers increased rear cargo space and a front trunk, with available wheel sizes ranging from 20 to 22 inches. The prototypes tested were equipped with performance-oriented summer tires on 21 or 22-inch wheels, while off-road variants featured Hankook Ventus ION SX tires on 20-inch wheels. Off-road capability, a hallmark of the Cayenne, has been thoughtfully retained in the electric variant. An optional off-road package modifies the front splitter to improve approach angles. Prototypes successfully navigated challenging obstacles on a dedicated off-road course, demonstrating impressive articulation and stability on steep inclines and declines, utilizing brake interventions in lieu of locking differentials. This electric powerhouse from Porsche truly pushes the boundaries of what an SUV can be. But before we sign off on this episode, let's quickly recap the biggest stories that hit the wires today. Get ready for the lightning round. And that's a wrap on today's electrifying news. We saw Massachusetts invest $46 million to boost its EV charging network, the Chevy Silverado EV trail boss smashing range expectations on the highway, crucial IRS deadline relief for EV tax credits, and a jaw-dropping look at the nearly 1,000-horsepower Porsche Cayenne Electric. What an episode! If you found this packed with information, hit that like button, subscribe for more cutting-edge EV news, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss a single update. Let us know in the comments which story excited you the most, and make sure to follow us on all our social channels for behind-the-scenes content and breaking news. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.